Okay. I'm closing. Okay. Perfect. We are, for the record, we're now joined by the home team coach, Coach Rulani Mokwena, Mamelodi Sundowns. Coach, firstly, congratulations on reaching the final. How would you sum up the 90 minutes?
Yeah, let me start by greetings and good afternoon to members of the media. Yeah, difficult game, but of course it's a semi-final, and semi-finals are always difficult, but also semi-finals are played to be won, very much like cup finals. So important that we reflect on that achievement. It's magnified by the fact that we beat two of our biggest rivals in 1 week, and that's not easy. And so I want to first congratulate the technical team, the coaches. Then I want to congratulate the management and the entire football club. Congratulations to the supporters, and last but not least, congratulations to this magnificent group of players. It's truly a privilege and an honor to be their coach, and big congratulations to them.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take the first question from the floor. 15 minutes starts now. Karabo, you be first.
Thanks. Congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations.
I just want you to please expand on what you just said. Beating social sides in a week. I think you guys will be possibly sainted and fated as one of the greats. In Mamelodi or Pretoria. But what does this mean in regards to the confidence of the players moving forward for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's been a very difficult week, emotionally, more than physically, and already they were shouting for days off tomorrow. So you can understand what it's difficult, or how difficult it is for this group. But yeah, tough. But now it's to recover, stay focused, and we've got a very important game on Wednesday against a very difficult team, and try to make sure that we reach the final in good moments and with good positivity, and try to win the next game. That's the most important thing.
Okay, Mazola, next.
Coach, you quite mellow for someone who's reached the cup final. You were saying earlier, first one as a group. Are there things that you are unhappy about with the performance, or it's just the emotion of it all?
Yeah, I'm just overwhelmed by emotions, pride, just extreme pride. I'm very proud of the group of players. They work very, very hard, and I'm just proud that they get to play a final, because with a lot of the things that we achieved last season, the one thing we did not give ourselves a chance was to play a cup final, and that was one of the objectives this season, and very proud that the players have done that, and that's what they say, isn't it? It's humble in victory. So just trying my very best not to just speak about it, but to try to demonstrate that, because it's very, very important in life, in general, not to be too excited in the good moments, and not to be too low in the bad moments. So just overwhelmed by emotions, and overwhelmed by the amount of pride I have in this group.
Mr. Pearson?
Coach, the aggressive press is a characteristic that this season is predominating, and Kaizer Chiefs did it very well today, and put your team under a lot of pressure. Is that perhaps the recipe to undo Mamelodi Sundowns?
A lot have tried. We've still beaten them. Chiefs tried, and we beat them. So we have to answer the questions. It's football. Some will sit low, some will press high, some will have a mid to low block, some will do it in phases. We did it to Pirates on Wednesday. We were very, very aggressive. We did it to Chiefs. Our first goal comes from homework. We knew exactly what happens when they kick off the ball, and we knew what Ditlokwe does, and we know what there was a big difference to, if you check how they kicked off in the first leg and what we did, and check how we reacted today when they kicked off. We work very, very hard. We work very, very hard, and we pick up small details that the players are able to execute, and of course then you don't play alone, and how many times we beat the press today was also very good, but we are helped by players like River, and today we missed a little bit in Toby Mvala with his ability to be a bit more patient and wait for the press, and we lacked that a little bit today, but we enjoy the press. One thing I can tell you is we enjoy the press, and we train to beat the press a lot, because it's got so many advantages when you do that. So credit to Chiefs, because they press with a little bit more different in relation to some of the other teams. They put pressure on the sides. They direct you to, especially they directed us to the left a little bit in the first half. We found some solutions at halftime, but yeah, it's interesting. Football is a lot of tactical questions, and I'm glad that today our boys were able to answer today's tactical questions.
Okay, Brenny?
Coach,
Sure.
there's walking headlines that Sundowns is riding the crest wave of local football. And I must tell you, these days we've got a nice tagline that is a punchy one, that is Sundowns believe in winning each and every game. But you forget to tell us whether it's intrinsic or extrinsic. I don't know if you get me.
I hear
Does
you.
it come from you or from management?
Sure. Well, I suppose it's the environment, it's the club. It comes from top to bottom. So, and it's the history of this club. I can never take credit for it. The amount of success, in particular, ever since the Motsepe family and Dr. Patrice Motsepe bought this club is incredible, and it's been under different leaders, different coaches. So I can be the last one to take credit for that.
Lawrence?
Coach,
Sure, Lawrence.
I asked you about 3 times about trying to win ugly, and you kind of got annoyed by me. But do you think that there's a bit of adapting the dark arts a little bit, being able to not just play beautiful football, but to, let's say, grind, it wouldn't be the right word, but against Pirates and today we could see there was a hint of Wida and something North African style, not style, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know if it's dark arts. I would really never love. I grew up in an environment where I had imagine in my family, and of course that has a little bit of an influence in how I look at football, because my father was a winger, my uncle was a number 10. My grandfather was, I'm told, was an 8 and was an unbelievable football player. So I'm one that has appreciation for football in the truest sense, and I try to stay as close to that as possible. But of course, there are times that we can't always have all the ball, and in the difficult games, we've got to be able to be resolute and find solutions. And I'm glad that this team is developing that. If you look at the best teams in the world, let's go to Man City for an example. What do you think is Man City's number 1 strength? In possession or out of possession? Out of possession. When Liverpool were dominating and really winning things in Champions League and challenging Man City, what was their greatest strength? The work they do without the ball. Real Madrid, when they were winning Champions League 3 times in a row, what was their biggest strength? Their work without the ball. So I'm just glad that this team is able to appreciate that football has different moments, and in the different moments of football, they all are interlinked, but they need certain characteristics for sure, and we're trying to develop this thing as a team and develop the team so we are able to be stronger, to be able to tactically to be a little bit more. People say chameleon, but that's what chameleons do. They adapt. A chameleon adapts. It doesn't change its personality. It's still a reptile, but it adapts and changes colors depending on its surroundings. And that's what we are trying to, the type of team we're trying to become.
Ashazi?
Coach, you'll correct me if I'm being a bit overzealous here, but
Sure.
but my conclusion is you're still in 6 cup competitions, and I just want to check from you the significance and maybe the unseen stuff that comes from this week, beating Pirates and Chiefs in a space of 4 days. What does this do to this group in terms of the stuff that we don't see, looking ahead of the long season that is coming? What does it do to you guys?
Well, I would hope it has incredible benefits in the sense that there's a trust that starts to develop, that we can trust each other in difficult moments and we can trust each other in difficult games. But it's only 3 points on Wednesday, and it's only a place in the final, and nothing more than that. That's the reality. So as much as we celebrate, it's enormity, and really it is. It's something we should never take for granted. Not many teams, and not many Sundowns teams, even in the past, have been able to beat Chiefs and Pirates in the same week, let alone in a space of 4 days. So big congratulations to this fantastic group. The game of football belongs to them. The game of football belongs to the players, and as Mamelodi Sundowns, we are very fortunate to have this group of players.
Katsani?
Thanks, Fatu. Coach, you've
Sure,
been speaking about how much you do not let the opponents get a significant goal, and it has shown in the league. You've only considered two goals. In the MTN 8, you've considered against Chiefs and considered here. You've been very stingy, but today the clear-cut chances that Chiefs got was from your own mistakes. There was a moment where you had full control, and then Temba just misplaced the pass and it went to Breeze. And I can't remember the other one, but I just remember it was a mistake.
Sure.
I don't like the time spent for that one.
Sure.
Were you a bit annoyed with that?
All I can tell you is that it was very interesting at halftime.
You might be elaborating on that?
No, it was very interesting at halftime. Very, very interesting. I wouldn't have liked to be the players.
Okay, Temba?
Coach, I'm looking at your
Sure,
starting 11. Well done, congratulations by the way.
Thank you, Titi.
Losing your 2 regulars, Umbala and Mugdao, somewhat crippled you. How long did it take for you to actually think of, I've got 1 or 2 players that I can fit in there, slot in there? And looking at that, did that work for you, playing such a big match where you are under pressure without them? And just one for the MTN family. Goals, you spoke about goals, it did something for me. Goals for charity. You guys donated 20,000 today as Sundowns. Chiefs 40,000 actually. Chiefs donated 20,000, meaning this match gave us 60,000 to charity. You are a big charitable man. What does it say to you when a competition has got such an element to it?
Good question, Tim.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. No, it's amazing. I didn't know that. I should challenge the players to score more goals, so we can give more money to charity. I mean, there's so many people. So thank you for that. We will we'll use this competition to try and push the players to score more goals, so we can help more people. That's our lives, that's what we are here to do. And I know this group will be very happy to hear that and to know that they've made significant contributions to the lives of many. So I wasn't aware, but congratulations to the players, congratulations also to Kaizer Chiefs for that, and congratulations to MTN and the PSL for an incredible initiative. And I think when you think about the times that we live in and some of our societal problems that come from unemployment and come from a lot of households being in lack, hopefully it goes a very long way in alleviating some of the social ills that modern society and in particular many of our people face. And I think it goes in line with if you think about the Motsepe Foundation, for an example, and the people who run our football club. I think those values go hand in hand, and it's good to see that contribution is continued through a different platform and a different tournament. Oh, the injury to Noah was massive, was big. Losing Sailor is massive, and Sailor is he defends well. He's got speed, power. He attacks well. I heard Mark Leeson in commentary in the previous match against Pirates saying it boggles his mind that Sailor is not in the national team. I fully agree with him. Yeah, no, but for sure, and I listened to the commentary when I analyzed the games, and I fully agree with you. I think defender of the season, but you could even, I believe that he's a specimen. His qualities are unbelievable. He's a little bit like Peter, very different on the physical makeup, you know. And Toby has become so important for us, not just from a build-up perspective and his ability to find the pass in the next line and help us beat the press, but the physicality on set pieces, the physicality on one-on-one, sometimes to be brave to defend against one striker with each centre back. But let's give a lot of credit to Musa Lebusa, because I thought he did very well today. A few moments, of course, but it's fantastic. Grant was fantastic. How long has it taken for us to see this type of performances from Rivaldo? Could see week in, week out, so he's been amazing. Abdel Munaim has been fantastic. Ronwen Williams, fantastic. This is why he's Bafana's number one. In the second half, with one of the counter-attacks, he made an incredible save with his legs. And I don't even want to talk about how much he helps us on the distribution in the build-ups and trying to beat the press. Rulani Mokwena, unbelievable. Marcelo Allende, incredible. Runs 90 minutes, 96 minutes, selfless. Peter Shalulile, what do you say about Peter? I mean, to even think we've won games without Peter Shalulile this season is just incredible, and speaks about this group. Slowly but surely we're getting Tapelo Maseko back, and he's getting his momentum. Lisiba Mkuu got some minutes, unfortunately. We lost him also a little bit to an injury. Sipho Mbule gave his best once again. Was very, very good on Wednesday. Sipho not so good today, but I think the mistake with the penalty and the handball, I think, affected him psychologically, and you can see he's trying. And sometimes, you know, with players, there's a limit, because I think with Sipho he's trying too hard, you know. But you see he's trying his level best, and that is what I appreciate. Lucas Ribeiro has brought a lot of quality to our team, and he gives us a lot more possibilities and creativity. And the subs were good today. Bongani Zungu was very experienced, strong in the duels, so second ball, and Terence came on, gave his best. And yeah, the subs did the best. Brian Onyango was good today. Came on, was stable, made 0 mistakes, challenged for all the jewels in the air with the physicality, and especially with what the game looked like, with Saile now and Gonzalez now up front, and long balls being pumped. So Brian was very, very good today and helped River and Musa to be a bit more stable. But I can talk about this because this is how we train. You know, the mentality every single day training with even players that are not playing, like Neo Maema, their mentality, Lebo Mabue, their intensity, their competitiveness. Rushin, who has been training this week and he's pushing himself. Tapelo Morena doesn't play. Tambazwane, unbelievable. Shishu. So yeah, big compliments to this group, and I don't want to single out individuals. I just want to speak and congratulate the entire group and thank them, to be honest. Thank them for their efforts and their hard work.
Okay, we're out of time, but we'll take one last one.
Coach, I noticed at the end of the game you had 4 burly gentlemen in black suits with yellow ties following you on the field, and they followed you up here. Is there some problem there that you have to have some sort of security like that? Something happened to you that we should maybe know about, the media?
I'm just loved by the football club. They provide extra security. I wasn't even aware, but it's
Your life hasn't been threatened by anyone. A good story for Sunday papers.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
That was the question. So.
Exactly.
All right, let's end.
2-0 to me.
That's plenty of days, eh?
Yeah, 2-0 to me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. Enjoy. Thank you, sir.